Everybody to Canada for the Canadian Grand Prix. Today we're in round 7 of the RFO Championship. Championship leader Algard, driving for Ferrari, is gonna be wanting to take the win here. Sorry, round 8 by the way of Canada. Algard, if he wins this Grand Prix, his championship might be secured unless Clocks can manage to get any points, or Dino can get any points. But Algar is gonna want to confirm his championship here in Canada. He's gonna have to try his best though. Will the bumps of Canada prevent Algard like it's prevented Capstar last season in winning his championship? We don't know. We will see. We all know one thing though. Algard has one hand on the championship here, and he's gonna want to confirm it with this race in Canada. Looking at the constructors right now, we have Ferrari in the lead, ahead of AlphaTauri and Williams. Ferrari is in the lead by 42 points, 24 points, ahead of AlphaTauri, which is ahead of Williams by 12 points. Either one of those three can still take the championship within the next 7 rounds. Oh, wrong thing by me. I thought that the season was only 10 rounds. Apparently there's still a lot of rounds still to go, meaning it's still anybody's championship. But Algard has, in the first leg of the season at least, outperformed all the others, and is going to be looking to extend his lead today here in Canada. He looks very confident, as we have looked at through practice before the race start. He's ahead of everybody else with the fastest lap currently. It's going to be interesting to see. I'm wondering who will take this championship. But Dino, as I said, already can see the championship in his grasp. Who will win today in Canada? It will be exciting to see.
Yeah, I'm ready. Wait, we started? We started early?
Yeah, welcome to the commentary box. I have problems joining this. So does Triff Adrian.
It is already out. Dynamonkey leads within a battle with Sakri both Red Bulls. Roms has gone wide at turn 1. It's all way too laggy for me, so I'm just gonna... Dynamonkey in the Red Bull battling Sakri in the Ferrari. Clocks in the McLaren is 3rd. Zinx, Dino's teammate, is in 4th as it stands. And it looks like Neo has made a mistake and is already down. And Go, the winner of the South Korean Grand Prix, is all the way down in P15. Zinks has taken a hit and lost some positions. Oh, he's gone off. He's just gone wide. It's going to make him lose more time. Beffett is now overtaken, but Beffett's gone wide as well, heading to the second DRS zone. Currently the battle for the lead between Romza, Clocks and Dynamonkey. Bakari's fallen back a little bit though. As Neo is actually out of the race now. He's crashed in the Lotus. And that's the extra position for Go. Clocks and Dynamonkey battling it out. Romza goes a little bit wide again. Still gains a lot of time. Sakari now in the fight. 4-car battle for the lead. A 3-car battle behind. Only 3 tenths separate 5th to 7th. 6th. Zink's the fastest lap holder. Battling with Beffett and Neo in the Rotus. Neo goes over a bump. Beffett round the outside of Zinks. 3 cars neck and neck here as they head into Sector 3 to the second DRS straight. I'll take very similar lines. Beffett goes a little wide. Ooh, and Torno with a little slide, but he's going to get DRS. That'll give him an extra speed advantage on the 2 cars in front. Dynamonkey's fallen back a little bit now. He's fighting with Romza. Okay, he's fighting with Romza. Romza now actually takes the lead of the Grand Prix. 3 tenths in front of Dynamonkey. Sakari in third now. Clocks. Oh, Clocks has run off at turn 1. Clocks has run really far off, and he's dropped down at least to P6 or 7 after fighting at the front. Merck now 9 seconds behind. He's sliding onto the sausage curbs. Just about keeps car under control. Oh, there's a Red Bull. There's a Red Bull. There's a Red Bull. There's a Red Bull without a front wing, and it's Dynamonkey. Dynamonkey has lost his front wing, and that means he's going to have to pit very early on in his 22-lap race. Lordy now in the Haas. He goes a little wide, fighting with Zinks and Beffett Guitar. Clocks has run wide as well. But that means Romza! Oh, he's lost his front wing, and he's spun as well. That means Sakari takes the lead of the Grand Prix. It's only lap 5 though, and he's got Entano in the Lotus behind. And Zinks now up to P3, the fastest lap holder. Romza pitting. The 2 leaders losing their front wing in the same lap. Dynamonkey as well. He's all the way down in P13. Romza's going to be down in P12. Go could jump the both of them here. Both the front runners losing their front wing on lap 5. Does that mean Sakari and Entorno are going to lose their front wing on lap 6? Entorno goes a little wide, loses a bit of time. Lord, they're using all the track to his advantage. For Qatar, Razikigan now in 8th. Zeus fighting with Stealthy. Torno hitting the bump, Sakari hitting the bump as well. And Torno, ooh, bit of a compromised line, but round the outside of Sakari. Ooh, can't make the overtake for now. Into DRS. Both taking a very, very nice line. New DRS for the both of them now. Dynamonkey out the pits with a new front wing. Go is up to P13. Deal. Oh, hitting the bump. Sliding a little bit. Cost strategy will be in play here. Sakari leading the Grand Prix, about a 10th in front now of Entorno. Zink's behind as well. He's 1.4 seconds down, but he still has the fastest lap of the Grand Prix. A 5-car battle going into turn 1 for P4. Lordy, Trond, Clocks, Beffett and Razikigan all fighting it out. Beffett and Razikigan side by side. The 5 cars go through turn 2, all unscathed. Razikigan drops back a little bit though. Into the double left-hander. Lordy taking a wide line on entry. The battle at the front now. Two drivers side by side, Zachary and Torno. Torno with DRS as well. Lordy, Clocks, Tron, Rozzy, and Beffett all fighting it out for that P4 spot. Beffett all the way down in P8 now. Razikigan in the mix. But Clocks so far. Oh, that's Lordy! Lordy's lost his front wing and he's spun! Lordy's still in the Grand Prix, but his front wing has gone and that 5-car battle turns into a 4-car battle. Clocks is the leader of it. Tron was behind. Razikigan is now second in that fight. Beffett in third. Tron's neck and neck with Beffett. 4-car battle for P4. It was a 5-car, but Lordy's mistake. Seen him jog back behind the pack now, and Smoke overtakes him. Romza with the fastest lap of the Grand Prix. He's 25 seconds down in P12. Dynamonkey's struggling though. He's struggling to even get past Go-Go. And his race is done, but Zachary and Torno still finding it out. Zinks got up a couple attempts. This is where we see Dynamonkey's skill come into play here. He's 42 seconds down, and I'm starting to think now that his race is over for him. Lordy pits, though, without a front wing. That means Romza will make an overtake for P11. Go-Go should make an overtake for P12, and Dynamonkey is going to be tied, though, between him and Lordy. Lordy's coming out the pits now. Dynamonkey's coming over the bridge. So we could have a battle for P14 behind, but let's go back to the front now. Zachary and Intorno fighting it out. 2 attempts separates the Lotus and the Ferrari drivers. Intorno dives down the inside of Zachary. Zachary goes off. He's going to have DRS on the Lotus. And Tron is out the Grand Prix. The Mercedes driver battling for P4 is out. And that 5-car battle has now slowly descended into a 3-car battle. Still an exciting battle, though, for P4 between Razikigan in the Alfa Romeo, Beffett in the Williams, and Cloxton in the McLaren. Zink's now fighting his own race, just hoping to keep up with the 2 front runners. Lordy and Dynamonkey in a bit of a fight now, down in P13. Down in P12, sorry, now with the crash. Romza seems to be struggling here, and down in P10, as our first driver pits, and it's Selfie down in P9. That means Romza will go up to P9 now. Still got a 2-car battle at the front. Zink's not far behind as well. 3 cars now. Separated by about 1.5 seconds. Still got the 3 drivers behind there. Razikigan's just dropped back a little bit, though. Behind Cloxton Beffett. Stealthy pits, and that means Go-Go has overtaken him. Lordy and Dino will as well, so that means Stealthy is now last place and in 14th place. Torno touches the grass, doesn't lose any time, though. Brilliant line. Zachary in the Ferrari, and Torno behind in the Lotus. Zink's behind in the Red Bull. All separated by about 1.5 seconds. They've got the 3 drivers behind, Razikigan, Beffett, and Clocks, all separated by about 1 second. Stealthy. We've got a 3-car battle here descending. For P11, just outside the points, Lordy, Dynamonkey, and Stealth. Stealth only 9 tenths behind Dynamonkey. Does Dynamonkey will have to pit again, of course. His race has now become a 2-stopper. Or 3-stopper, maybe. Oh, but what's happened here? Time has been lost for the 2 front runners, and now only 5 tenths separate the top 3. Huge battle for the win here. Zachary in the Ferrari, Intorno in the Lotus, and Zinks in the Red Bull, separated by 5 or 6 tenths. Zachary gains 2 attempts on Intorno. Zink stays about the same distance. Look at this 3-car battle going into the first DRS zone. Razikigan has fallen away a little bit as his tyres start to fall off. He's hoping to do... Probably might have to hope for an undercut, really, as Deal pits. Deal with Romza without a front wing again. His race just keeps on getting worse and worse. Romza pits again without a front wing in the Williams. And his race is surely over now. Dino back into the points, but still have to pit again, fighting with Lordy. Stealth not too far behind, catching up to Go-Go as well. Razikigan hoping to catch up with Clocks and Beffett, but Clocks is pulled away from both of them now. Still looking at the front now. Zachary was out of front wing! Oh! The leaders keep losing their front wing. Zink's a bit slidey over the bridge. Now it's between the Lotus and the Red Bull. Both neck and neck as they cross the line onto lap 11. Less than a 10th of a second. Zachary pits and he should drop down to at least about P7. It's all gone wrong for the leader. Whenever someone has been leading the race, they end up losing their front wing. Will it happen to Antonio? Will it happen to Zinks? Clocks now is in P3 and in the podium spot. Befitt runs wide onto the sausage curbs. Oh, he's going to go into the wall. Oh, what a save by Befitt. And that allows Riziki Gan with the overtake for P5. Sorry, P4 actually. Sakari comes out in P6 just ahead of Smoke. Zeus now pits with a front wing. He's going to make his pit stop. Dynamonkeys takes the fastest lap of the race from Zinx. Romza and his race is capped off with a crash and a DNF. 2 front wing losses and his race is over. One of the front runners out. And we have a battle going on here between Zeus and Stealth in the Lotus. And Torno leads the Grand Prix, though, in the Lotus after Sakari's mistake. Clocks is less than 5 seconds now. He's slowly catching up. Befitt and Rizikigan fighting it out for P4 as well. Sakari and Smoke separated by only 2 seconds. Sakari now, it's catch-up time. It was probably the pit stop time as well if you were on the mediums or hards. So I wonder if it could work into an undercut here. Zinx is making his pit stop. Clocks is also making his pit stop. And Torno leads as Dino Monkey is out of the Grand Prix. The championship is over for the Red Bull driver. Roms and Dino Monkey's race has just been capped off with a DNF. That means Zeus is back in the points. Stealthy's fighting for the points now. Befitt pits as well in the Williams. Sakari rounds turn 1. Fresh tyres as well. Zinx not far in front. Rizikigan, Clocks, Befitt out of the pits now. Sakari runs a bit wide. He's overtaken Clocks though, so this could be a brilliant comeback drive from Sakari. Of course, the drivers in front will be on fresher tyres, but they'll have to get their tyres warmed up. And Torno leads ahead of Rizikigan. Both haven't yet made their pit stops though. Zinx, Sakari now not far behind Zinx as well, so he's really recovered well from that earlier incident, losing his front wing. Just hopes for a clean last 10 laps of the Grand Prix. And Torno will probably make his pit stop now. Rizikigan has to make his pit stop. Zinx is only 8 seconds down. And Torno could have played the overcut strategy here. As he now goes over the bridge, he is fine going into the pits. He will be making his pit stop. Rizikigan, one of the front runners as well. As Befitt and Smoke with a good battle. Smoke, about 3 seconds down actually, he's fallen behind as Go-Go is not far behind Smoke as well. He attempts his recovery drive from a really poor lap. One Stealth runs wide though. Going under the bridge, Rizikigan and Zeus with the and Torno with the pit. Zinx makes the overtake for the lead. Sakari not far behind. Sakari making the undercut in the end on Clocks, really. So losing his front wing may have turned maybe a blessing in disguise, really. But Rizikigan pits, Sakari and Torno out of the pits now. So the lead has changed with the pit stops. Zinx now takes the lead of the Grand Prix with Torno behind. Sakari has done a brilliant comeback. Be only a couple seconds behind. Smoke into the pits. That means Go-Go will make the overtake. So will Zeus. So will Stealth. But Zinc separated by about a second behind, and Torno's got DRS. Sakari behind. He doesn't have DRS. Clock's a few seconds behind, so we could have a very nice battle for the win here between 4 drivers. But Dynamonkey and Romzot both out. Outguard out in lap 1 as well. Zinc's around the corner. So is Antorno in sector 2. Ending into sector 3. Sakari as well. They're all fine. Sakari runs a little wide, but it gives him a better line into the second DRS zone. Befitt fine as well. Oh, Befitt runs a little wide. Clocks. Rizikigan fine as well. He goes over the curb. Keeps it on the track and keeps it fine. Lordy. Zeus is fine. So is Stealth. Smoke coming to the fast left-hander as well. He is fine, but Zinx now has a 2-second lead. Sakari fighting with Antonio now for P2. What a recovery this could be. Clock's not far behind in P4, but Befitt is slowly drawing into his wing mirrors. But a red sector 2 may have cost him a couple of seconds. Rizikigan in P6. He should stay P6 as Lordy now in P7. Going over the start-finish straight. Zinx and Antonio and Sakari about 3.5 seconds. Antonio's taken a couple of attempts out of the gap. Sakari now has also taken a couple of attempts. Sakari will be within DRS range, or should be. Here's you. Befitt about 10 seconds behind now. Rizikigan hoping to try catch up to him, but he's down in P6. Clocks hitting the bump, keeping the car smooth and steady. Oh, Zinx with a mistake. Antonio takes the lead of the Grand Prix again as Zinx has gone straight on. That gives Sakari an opening. And we are back to a 3-car battle for the lead. What drama we have here in Canada. With about 8 laps to go, a 3-car battle. Antonio retakes the lead of the Grand Prix. Sakari in P2, Zinks with a costly mistake, dropping him down to P3. But about 1 second separates all three of them. Clocks now. Oh, he's going quite slowly over the bridge. Maybe a corner cut. Costing him a couple of seconds. I think it might have been a corner cut. No, it isn't. Just looked a bit slowly. Just looked a bit slow going over the bridge. But Antonio leads. Sakari in P2. Great recovery from him after losing his front wing on about lap 10, but it gave him the perfect chance to pit as well, and he's done really well to come back. Antonio, though, pit a lap later than the Zinks. Takes the lead. He's in the lead. About 1 second separating the top three here. They're both going to be in DRS range, Sakari and Zinks. Clock's about 5 seconds down. He's slowly losing time to these. So is Beffett as well. Beffett! Oh, Beffett! A mistake from Beffett. Red sector 1 just allows Riziki a chance to just reel him in and make the overtake for P5. Antonio now pulling away from the front runners. Sakari and Zinks have to try find something here. Antonio runs over the curb a little bit. That'll cost him a couple of attempts. Zink runs a little wide. Beffett with a red sector 1 again. Sorry, still with that red sector 1. About 3 seconds in front of Riziki now. Lordi and Zeus. Stealth just fighting their own battle. Gogo is out, so now just 10 drivers left in this race as the front three still fighting it out for the lead of the Grand Prix. Antonio rounds turn 1 and 2, that left to right flick back S corner. Sakari now coming onto the triple left-hander. Turns 3, 4 and 5, clipping the curb on the inside. Drifting a little bit, just allows Zinks a little bit of time just to close him, and they're going head-to-head now. Both exactly the same. Both need to really start concentrating and reeling in Antonio. Could be Lotus's first win of the season with Antonio at this stage. Clocks starting to lose ground on the front runners. Beffett with his own race really right now for P5. Not really worrying as he is gapping Riziki. Not really a battle going on either in the lower positions. It's mainly only this 3, but both drivers have lost a bit of time to Antonio. Antonio pulling away from the front 2. And so it's more of a battle for second going on here than a battle for first. Sakari behind Zinks, only by about a 10th. Zinks breaks a lot later than Sakari. They go over the bridge now. They're just hoping for an Antonio mistake or a little slide. As the gap is to 1.8. So the gap has gone down by about 4 seconds. Sorry, 4/10 of a second. Sakari, bit slow through turn 1, cost him a little bit of time. Clocks pits. A late pit stop maybe from Clocks. A late pit stop strategy from Clocks to go for the fastest lap of the Grand Prix. Is he going to go on a fresh set of mediums? No, he's going to go on a fresh set of soft tyres, maybe for a fastest lap and an extra point as well. It will put him behind Riziki, maybe even Lordi. It has put him behind Lordi and Zeus as well. No, it hasn't. Zeus is going to be close to him, though. And Clocks now has to fight back. And Torno and Sakari and Zinks all fighting it out. Sakari is pulled behind a little bit down in P3. Beffett with another mistake, just allowing Riziki a couple of seconds here and there just to try fight back. Clocks now heading into Sector 1. He's now 29 seconds down. He's got to make up 14 seconds to keep that P4 spot. Oh, Clocks with the curb. He's out of the Grand Prix. Dentorno on the curb. He's crashed out of the Grand Prix. And Zinks takes the lead now in the Red Bull. He just has to keep it clean for 5 laps. Antonio has died on the curb. The curb has completely obliterated the man's skull. He is completely gone. He is completely out of the Grand Prix, and that is a bit of bad luck as the curb has killed him. Nothing of his own doing, and Antonio's brilliant race has gone. Beffett now on the podium spot. Suddenly, Riziki in the pits. Riziki in the pits without a front wing, and Lordi now overtakes him for P5. He could really, P4, sorry, he's really going to salvage a good finish out of this in the Haas. But Zinks now and Sakari finding it out for the win. Beffett in his own race now, just hoping to keep that P3 spot, though he's getting a lot of red sectors. Antonio out of the Grand Prix. Clocks now up to P5. He's got to make up 15 seconds, so he has already caught up 4 seconds. I think the mediums would have been the better bet. The softs would be really hurting his race in these last 2 laps, as he could be fighting Beffett. But Razikigan pits, and we have a 3-car battle. A 3-car battle for P7. Some of the lower points positions as well. Could be 4 as well, as they could start reeling in Zeus. Razikigan ahead of Stealthy and Smoke. Oh, we can see the difference in the tie group there, as Razikigan was able to pull probably a second through that corner alone as he attempts to try salvage a P6 finish, which is probably where he was going to finish anyway. But Zinx and Sakari fighting it out now. Sakari hoping and praying for a mistake from Zinx. Beffett with another red sector. Has to stop making those red sectors. Smoke now and Stealthy could be having a battle in the Alpha Tower in the Lotus. Sakari 2.2 seconds down. Clock's now hoping to overtake Lordy and salvage that P4 finish that he could have had. He's not far behind as well. He's got 3 laps to do it. 3 laps to do it. 2.1 seconds separates the leaders. Sakari goes over the curb. As they both go over the bridge shortly. Zinx. Oh, Zinx. Having to fight and wrestle with the car, keeping it straight. The gap is 2.7, so he has gained a little bit of time with that fast exit off the bridge. Lordy goes wide. Just allowing that moment for Clocks just to reel him in. Zeus and Razikigan only separated by 4 points. Stealthy, 52 seconds down. Fighting with Smoke for P8. Zinx now running a little bit wide, but keeping on the track. Sakari just starting to lose time now as those tyres are falling away, and I do think this is Zinx's race to lose. Beffett again with another red set to 1 as Lordy and Clocks now having a fight for P4. Clocks on the fresher rubber, diving down the inside of Lordy, going back round the outside, taking a wide line, and the overtake is done. P4 for Clocks. As was a Haas as well. Oh, it's Razikigan out of the Grand Prix. The curb has killed him. The Alfa Romeo driver fighting at the front for most of the race, and his race is over. The curb has killed him, as it's killed a lot of drivers today, as Clocks and Lordy. Clocks running over the barrier there. Running over the curb, sorry. But Clocks and Lordy battling it out for P4 now. As Zeus, well, was going to probably lose that P6 to Razikigan. It was actually behind Razikigan, I think, but it does mean now that he will stay in P6 and should stay in P6. It's now really Zinx's race to lose. He's already pulled ahead 4 seconds on the penultimate lap of the Canadian Grand Prix, an action-packed Canadian Grand Prix. Outguard crashing on lap 1. Dino crashing, Romza crashing, Neo crashing as well, and Torno crashing from the lead as the curb completely obliterated him. Razikigan as well, that 5-car battle for P4, the 3-car battle for P1. And Zinx could be the victor. As Clock Snap just trying to reel in Beffett. He's just trying to reel in Beffett. It's 5 seconds, 5.4 seconds. Can he do it? Can he do it? I don't think he can. Zeus just better watch his ring mirror slowly as Stealthy is trying to slowly reel him in. Zinx now going over the bridge. Going on to the last lap of the Canadian Grand Prix. The Red Bull driver. He's going to be about 5 seconds in front of Sakari. He's 5.2 seconds in front of Sakari. Beffett and Clocks only separated by 4 seconds now. He saved a second on Beffett. Clocks could do this on the last lap of the Grand Prix. Beffett goes off and has to cut the final part of the chicane at the end. And that does get him a red sector 1. It's now 3.5 seconds. We could see a battle now for P3, the final podium spot. Lordy should be guaranteed P5 at this stage of the Grand Prix. Smoke and Stealthy. Well, Stealth has actually pulled away from Smoke now, but we're just having a look now as Zinx goes under the bridge now for the final time. Beffett and Clocks fighting it out for P3. It's now just 2 seconds. Clocks taking an extra wide line to get more speed on the exit. It does work. He gains a little bit of time. Is he just too far away, though? Is it just too little laps for him? Zink's now getting a little cocky, weaving on the straight. And he's about to lap Smoke as well. As Smoke goes over the bridge now, Zinks. Will he lap Smoke? And will Smoke just have one last chance to complete one more lap? He does as Zinks crosses the line to win the Canadian Grand Prix. The Red Bull driver has made no mistakes all race, or no major mistakes, and he's been rewarded with a P1 finish, 5 seconds in front of Zachary, who finishes in P2. Now Buffett and Clock side by side going over the bridge. Oh, Buffett cut in the corner again. Will that be notified by the stewards? As Buffett wins by 0.8 of a second, but will that cut be notified by the stewards? As Lordy finishes in P5. Zeus now driving slowly. He's pretty much got that P6 finish. Just be careful, though. Smoke will be finishing in P8 if he doesn't. Controversy here for Buffett. As the final two drivers now going to cross the line. Stealth goes over the bridge. As controversy here for Buffett, as he has cut that final corner multiple times, and that could have cost Clocks a podium finish. But we're just going to wait now for Stealth. He crosses the line. Smoke is going to go over the bridge now. The final of the 8 finishers. He picks up 4 points for AlphaTauri. 4 big points for them in the constructor standings. So a final grid order then. Zinks with the race win, making no major mistakes and being rewarded with a 5-second win over Zachary. Takes the 25 points. No fastest lap, though. That belongs to Dino Monkey, who did crash out and will not pick up that fastest lap as he did not finish in the top 10. Zachary finishes in second. Buffett taking the final podium spot, but a lot of controversy due to his corner cutting on the final corner. Clocks 0.8 behind, threatened to take that podium away. As a late pit stop onto soft tyres, onto fresh rubber, almost rewarded him with the podium. Lordy came in P5 after a nice recovery from an earlier mistake. Zeus came in P6 after staying in the race. Stealth and Smoke getting P7 and P8. If you're some of these P6, P7, P8 drivers, they were all running towards the lower points positions, and even out of the points at some point of the race. But they were rewarded as they stayed in the race and kept their driving clean. It has been an entertaining and enthralling Canadian Grand Prix. 5 drivers at one point were battling it out for P4. 3 drivers separated by about 0.5 of a second at one point, battling for the win. But as curbs and driver mistakes rained hell on the race, the Zinks pulled through and kept it clean and was rewarded with a victory. You can end stream.